On this 10th day of November 2020, our sign language interpreter tonight is Damian Evans. We begin with a question tonight. Will the Building Bridges Initiative BBI final report be opened up for amendments before being subjected to a referendum? It is a question President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga are pondering as various groups continue to make demands before offering their total support for the document. Today, governors meeting in Naivasha have made their demands known, including strengthening the Senate to give it veto powers on bills, as well as removing the collective criminal responsibility and management of resources. We begin tonight with KTN News political reporter Jeff Kirui.
As the clock ticks for the BBI process to kick off towards an imminent referendum, calls to amend the document have been streaming in as various groups emerge seeking to have their concerns addressed. The Council of Governors today presented a raft of proposals they want incorporated in the document. The governors have proposed the strengthening of Senate as key for safeguarding devolution.
The proposed Senate should be strengthened by ensuring that it has veto powers on all bills.
In the bid to strengthen devolution, one of the deputy prime ministers should actually be in charge of the devolution ministry.
County government should be authorized to borrow for development purposes only.
They also want the positions of deputy ministers reintroduced, where serving members of parliament can be appointed into. The Council of Governors has also raised concern on the proposal that a gubernatorial candidate must choose a running mate from the opposite gender. They want governors given a free hand to pick their deputies.
Governors should be allowed to pick deputy governors based on qualifications and the other variables that come into play when somebody is looking for a running mate.
However, a section of women MPs who back the BBI have dismissed the demand by governors, saying the BBI proposal should be passed as is.
We will not accept as women for governors to oppose it or have it removed. It is also our irreducible minimum. Yes. The opposite gender rule at the county level. Yes. So we must say we are very, very clear in our minds that that is a gain that we are not losing.
Several groups have been emerging seeking to have their demands and proposals on the final BBI document. On Monday, leaders from the pastoralist communities held a meeting with ODM leader Raila Odinga, who assured them that their issues would be addressed. But even before the ink dried, another group of parliamentarians from agricultural regions have brought their demands on the table, seeking 5% of national revenue set aside to stabilize the agriculture sector in the country.
This fund shall be used to stabilize each of the listed crops and farm produce whenever the markets return a lower than the average expected price of the commodity.
And as the proposals stream in, there is no clear channels to direct the various recommendations.
What is of concern to us is the fact that now we are treating a very serious and sacred process, such as the amendment of our constitution, to the political whims of the day, where we are being told that if you have concerns, you only have to look for a 30-minute meeting with either President Uhuru or Raila Odinga. What about the rest of the Kenyans who don't have access to these two leaders? What is the avenue that is available to them to share their concerns with this particular BBI process?
In his Twitter account today, ODM leader Raila Odinga says there is no chance of new ideas being incorporated in the BBI document ahead of the referendum. Raila, however, says they are considering making corrections for groups that feel their views were not captured in the manner they were presented during the collection of views. Jeff Kirui, KTN News.
Let's stay with the BBI, shall we? So,